Hi guys, it's Belle here and I am back with the next card. I think it's card 11 in the full deck challenge 3 by Shanuki Art. I will leave the link to her channel down below and my first video for this challenge as well, and you'll be able to get all the details there. Now this week's one, it was actually last week's because I'm behind because again I've been ill, and I just want to say for those of you who thought I was feeling better from the video on yesterday's video, I believe, the decorative strips, tracing paper strips, that was actually filmed before I fell ill, so I'm still not great, which you can hear in my voice. But let's get on with this, as I am feeling a little bit better, so that's a good thing. So first things first, the prompts for this week were black and white, one bright colour, and also texture paste. So there was quite a lot this week to put on a Versma Spes. So I have obviously picked a black and white card for this, and I've got my bits and bobs. Now again, I'm using 3 things each week. You only have to use 1. I'm using 3 in each of my cards, and also I have my piece that was left over from last week. Now because this is black and white, a lot of what I did last week, it was vintage, but it wasn't going to go with the black and white. So my leftover piece, the piece that I'm going to use, that I also used on last week's card, is some of the vintage sewing pattern paper. I don't know how I'm going to use that yet, but that's that. I've got lots of black and white paper scraps. I have my sticker, which I'm using one of these stickers every week. And I have my words, because that's something I'm using every week. I have my stamps, because that's something I'm using every week. And this week, I am using bluish slash, I know this is turquoise, but it's the popper colour. I know it's not quite the same, but I didn't have any stamps that worked with this, and I want to use this. So that's what we're doing. I have my texture paste. I have my stencil, and a few other little bits, and we will go from there. First things first, I need to start gluing paper down. I love this one. It's got all like daffodils and things. It's an Anna Griffin piece, and I just love it. So I'm very happy to be using this. Hoping this will work, this glue stick, because I don't want to be fighting with my glue today. I'm waiting for it to come back in, this glue. It has been out of stock in the place that I purchase it from for possibly a month, and I'm down to my final bit of my Cosmic Shimmer acrylic glue. I love that glue, I really do. I know a lot of people use I can't remember the name of it because my brain has still got a brain fog. But I know it's the glue that most people use. But whilst we can now get that in the UK, it's not as easy as it is in the States. And I find the Cosmic glue, shimmer glue, works just as well for me with everything, with fabrics, woods, metals, paper. So I prefer that one because I can get it easier. So anyway, I'm waiting for it to come back in stock. It's most frustrating. I am feeling better. I don't want to keep regaling you with my tales of illness and woe, but I am feeling better, guys. I just feel like I want the smaller dots because these are very, very big. But we could do that, couldn't we? Why not? Let's do it, because I've got this little scrap of it, so let's do it. I'd say I'm getting to about 85%. I'm still exhausted. I still sound like I have a cold or a cough on my chest, so I'm still like gravelly. And I really do feel like I've got a head cold now too, which I don't think I have. I think it's just left over still from the virus. We're on week 3 going into week 4 now. And yeah, it's a thing, but got to be grateful that every day I feel a little less exhausted and hopefully a little bit better. We shall see. Either way, we move on. So I want the sticker, but I don't think I want as wide. I don't mind a little bit of a white border, but I don't want it as big as it actually is. Just want a little bit of white border. And then I'll pop a colour with the blue. I'm not getting too fancy with this one. Like I said, still very tired. So, I'm wondering if I want it at the side like that, or whether I want it like that. I think I like the Fairhaven. We want it at a weird angle. That might be fun. I think I want it at the side, but I might want it. Let's do it over here. Let's do that. And instead of cutting this, because I don't want to, I've cut a lot of these stickers in half, but I'm just going to move it around the back of my card. I just don't want to keep making tiny little bits that I can't fit somewhere else and then get annoyed with it. I'm wondering about ruffling this. Might be quite fun. And I've got some white thread in my sewing machine. Oh my goodness, guys, I have not used my sewing machine in a couple of weeks. I mean, the poor thing probably thinks I've forgotten it. I am going to go and turn this into a ruffle with a bit of stitching through it. So I just used a simple zigzag stitch. And now I'm kind of wondering where I want the stamps. That could be quite cute. I need to really think about where. I really like that bird one. I like both of them. I like the chair too. I'm really trying to think about also that I need to put, there's no way 2 will work, that I need to put stenciling on here too. So that's something I need to think about. I do really like that bird. Should we go for the bird instead of the... Yeah, let's do it. Let's do that. So, yes, keep moving on, resting, eating lots of good nutritious foods, drinking lots of water. Oh, the best thing at the moment is that my tea finally tastes like my tea again. Oh, it was still tasting a bit weird, but now it finally tastes like what it should, and that in itself makes me so happy. So happy, guys, can't tell you. So that is good. Again, simple collage here, guys, but you know what, I'm playing with techniques on a smaller space, using up scraps, and that's kind of what I want to do with this challenge. I don't want to overthink it at all. So let's find our word, because I think that'd work really well. I need to remember I've got that. And I think I want it in black. Look on the bright side. Shall we have that one? Because that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Need to keep looking on the bright side, because otherwise you might just feel too sad. I don't know. Anyway, we're going to have this one. And it makes me think of that. Is it the Monty Python song? Always look on the bright side of life. I'm not going to sing it because that is copyright. But that is what it makes me think of. I do have this little tag, actually. Your little tag. Are you going to stick or am I going to have to put glue on you? Okay, let's put glue on you. How dare you not stick down on the card? Do you not know I don't have time for this? Yeah, makes me think of that Monty Python song. Yeah, I have this little tab, this little, like, what's it called? Tag. Oh my gosh, words. When did they get so difficult? Yeah, I have this little tag, and I was wondering about putting this on here somewhere, just because I kind of liked the black of it, and maybe put something on there. But right now what I want to do is we are going to do the texture paste. Now I'm using the Distress Grit Paste Opaque. There's lots of different texture pastes out there. This is TDA 71792. It's my favourite, and this is my old one, so it's really drying up, but I find it still works. And I find if I take it and I really smush it around, it helps soften it a little bit. I do have another one, but why use another one when I can still use some of this? Now, I am going to be adding some of this turquoise. It's just plain Pebo Studio Acrylics. It's number 30, reference 83030. It's just what I have. It's nothing expensive. And I'm going to add a little bit of it because I want to move that into the texture paste, because I want the texture paste to have that colour on it. That's what I want. So we have our popper colour and our texture paste, and this will also soften it as well. Do be aware that if you're adding wet mediums to your texture paste, the more of it you add, the more likely you will water down to some degree your texture paste. So if you're already using a really loose texture paste, just be aware that if you're going to add something else to it, it's going to get really loose, and it may actually not go through your stencil very well. I have another texture paste that I brought because I just wanted to try something different, and I didn't realize just how loose it was. And yeah, I tend to not like it because it smears when I use it on my stencil, whereas I find the Tim Holtz one has the kind of consistency I like. There are also, if you don't have texture paste, plenty of videos out there in how to make your own texture paste. I personally have never made mine, but it might be something I'll try one day. There's no reason I haven't made it. It's just that I've always had the Tim Holtz one, so I'm okay with that. Right, now this isn't quite as bright as this, as you can see. It looks brighter on camera than it does in real life. This is just a simple stencil that I must have got from somewhere, I don't even know where. And I thought the smaller, I don't want too much texture paste on there, the smaller like little droplets would work best on this teensy tiny space. Now I'm trying to hold the stencil in place because I know, as I said, I've now made this texture paste very liquidy, more liquidy than it is usually. Liquidy has a looser texture. Let's try and be professional, Belle. And lift it up carefully. Oh, I really like that. Where's my little... Sorry, I'm looking for my cloth to just wipe it off here. Oh, that's cute. That's very cute. Okay, and I want to put just a little bit also up here. So I need to hold this in place. And then put some... Yeah, I've got to be careful. The stencil's lifting up. And I don't want it lifting. Okay. Now, let's lift that very carefully. Oh, isn't that cute? I like that. I like that a lot, guys. Now, I've got all this other texture paste here, so I will deal with that in a minute. But let me bring that out. Oh, I really like it. I'm wondering about, I don't know if this will work. It's not the best. Have I got my white pen? Will my white pen work? Let's see if one of these will work. I'm wondering about putting some white around the words. I'm trying to see which one works better out of these gel pens. We'll try this one. Okay. Got to be very careful because obviously the texture paste is still drying. Normally you would see me use my fine black pen, but is that not going to stick? Does that need gluing down? Right, okay, well that's great because I've just put some white on there and it might, oh no, it may smudge. Oh dear me. So yes, I'm going to have to wonder what I'm going to use on next week's. I don't know what the prompts are yet for the next card. So once I know what the prompts are, I'll be able to work out which bits that I want to, oh dear me, where's my cloth? So professional today, yeah. Oh dear. Got to remember, we're crafters. It's not about looking perfect. It's about creating and having fun. So that's always good. I'm wondering if I want to put some little dots in here and maybe do some white around that too, just to give a little summit. Can't even really see it on the stamp. I'll bring it in. Okay, I think guys, I'm not going to add this. We don't need it. It's fine as is. But I think that's it. I think I'm done. I think I like it. So we have black and white. We have my sticker, which is one of the things I use every week. We have words, which is something I use every week. We have a stamp, something I use every week. And we've got our pop of colour, which is this turquoisey blue. And also we've got the vintage sewing pattern paper, which was brought over from last week. You can still see the number and the suit of the card. And yeah, I just really like that, guys. What do we think? Do we like it? I hope so. And then I'm going to go and put this texture paste and stenciling all over a scrap piece of paper so that it doesn't get wasted, because that is what we do. So that's it for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, subscribe, comment and share if you haven't already. And now I can go and watch what everyone else did for their card, because as I've said plenty of times before, I try not to watch anyone else's before I do mine, just because there's nothing wrong with getting inspiration from other people, but also I just like to have a go first sometimes. Yeah, that's it for now. I'll be back in with another video. Until next time, guys, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having lots and lots of crafty fun. Bye for now.